Hi guys, how you doing? It's Mason here. I just want to say thank you for joining me, thank you for watching my videos, and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. And like I said, just want to appreciate your presence over here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm making this video because I've got a special message I just want to send out to you, to the world, to everybody, really. And as you all know, this very moment of time, it's March, of course, March 2020, and we are going through, it's actually March the 27th, 2020. We are going through what can only be called the what can only be described as the unprecedented times. Okay, we are going through some times that none of us have never heard or even witnessed, okay, or even envisioned or even predicted. We never thought none of the things that we are living and witnessing at this very moment of time, this will ever happen in our timeline or in our timeline. Okay, so this is very unprecedented times, absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. And so I just want to send out a special message to you, okay? And the second thing, number two, which really, to be quite frank with you, should have been number one, is that I just want to say a massive thank you to each and every single man and woman who are doctors, nurses, every single person who works in the health and social care. Okay, if you are a nurse, if you're a doctor, if you're a cleaner, if you are an ambulance driver, paramedics, if you are a healthcare assistant, if you are a receptionist, whoever whose job is to look after other people's healthcare and welfare, just want to say big up to you. Thank you so much. And you know what? There is no words that can ever express how grateful we all are. Okay, I live in the UK at the moment. Okay, for those that might not know this, I live in the UK. In the UK, we've got what's called the NHS, which is the National Health Service. And you know what? It's really important because it is the what's keeping a lot of people in the UK alive, or a lot of men and women, they're sacrificing their own life, risking their own life to save others. Do you know what? That's a very commendable thing to do, and there is not even a single word to describe how thankful, how grateful we all are for these men and women. I mean, I myself, I'm actually a support worker, and I work with vulnerable adults as well. But my job is nothing compared to these people who are in the front line, who have to deal with the people, with the patients that are that might have this pandemic, this coronavirus or COVID-19 pandemic, okay, or viral disease. So I just want to say thank you. Like I said, thank you is not even the word to describe you, okay? Probably the best way to say it to you is a bless you. Bless you. I think that's the best word to describe you, okay? Or to be grateful, to show our gratitude to you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's like I said, we are living in unprecedented times, and none of us have never witnessed any of this. Okay, none of us ever thought or ever predicted that this can ever happen in our lifetime. And this catastrophic, or this pandemic, it's a global. It's all over the world. It's not just in the UK. It's not just in China. It's all over the world, and every single person is at risk. Every single person could possibly lose their life. It's almost like it's almost reminiscent to the cataclysmic event that happened in the time of Noah. the deluge, the flood story. Okay, it's almost reminiscent of that. So we are living in what can be at par with the biblical end times, or the Armageddon days. Okay, but I know that it's not the end times, and I know that it's not Armageddon, but it's almost at par, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we have never witnessed anything like this. It's almost like we're watching an endless Hollywood movie, but in reality, it's actually a true story. It's a real life event that we are witnessing every single day. We've never, in my whole life, I've never heard of lockdown, staying inside your house, quarantine. All these words, to me, and to a lot of people will probably agree with me. These are all words that we normally hear on movies or in books. We never, or in fictional books, but we never thought this could be a reality. Okay, but I'm afraid, ladies and gentlemen, this is happening to us at this very moment of time. So myself, as a motivational and inspirational speaker, and I teach metaphysics as well, there is no way I was just gonna sat there and just wait for this thing to just to take form and shape. I have to come and say something. That's the reason why I'm making this video, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I just want you to know that sometimes, and I need to be very careful of what I'm going to say, the next few words I'm going to say, okay? Because I do not want to make my statement or make my message take away or sound or perceive lightly the hard work of men and women who are working in the health and social care. Okay, I do not want to take lightly to the people that have lost their lives, or the people that have lost their loved ones, or the people that possibly might lose their loved ones or lost their lives as well. So I do not want to make light of that situation, because it's very, very distressing. A lot of people are confused. A lot of people are scared. A lot of people are depressed. A lot of people don't even know what tomorrow is going to bring. A lot of people, they are petrified. And I totally understand that. I totally understand that, and I sympathize with that. I'm one of them as well. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I don't know what might happen to me. Like I said, I work in social care as well. Who knows? But you know what, ladies and gentlemen? I just want to say to you, this next few words I'm going to say, I do not want to make light of the situation that we are facing, because like I said, it's a cataclysmic event that we are facing at the moment. It's a pandemic, which is every single person's life is at risk at this very moment of time, whether you work in health and social care or you don't. And any person can lose their life at any given moment of time. What I'm going to say, ladies and gentlemen, is this. Sometimes nature works in mysterious ways. Sometimes a blessing can come through a curse. What is probably a curse, or what might be construed as a curse or an epidemic or a cataclysmic event, might actually be, in a unique way, be a blessing. Let me explain. You see, in life or in nature goes through trajectory of a pattern which is systematic. For example, after summer, there's always autumn, and after autumn, there's always winter, and after winter, there's always spring, and after spring, we're going back to the cycle. It's cyclic. It's a renewal. It's a renewal pattern. That is nature's way of doing things. And in my opinion, as strange and as weird as it must sound to you, and like I said, bear in mind, I'm very sympathetic and empathic. I'm showing empathy and unconditional love to every single person. I totally understand what we are going through. I take that on board. But sometimes nature has got its own way of recycling our consciousness, recycling our perception. Sometimes certain things happen for us to open our eyes. Sometimes we have to remove the veil of Maya, the veil of illusion, the veil of ignorance that we've been putting on for the past hundreds, if not thousands of years. Sometimes we have been so much disillusioned that we do not understand what reality is all about. Yes, I know every man and woman and child, they are petrified of their life. They are distressed. They are living in stressful moment at this very moment of time. It's very challenging times. I totally understand that. But sometimes we need to ask ourselves, this pandemic, this coronavirus, this COVID-19 has forced us to ask ourselves deep philosophical questions, spiritual questions. Who are we? What are we? What is our purpose of life? What is the purpose of life? What is life? See, I deal with these things every single day because I teach metaphysical teachings over here on my YouTube channel. But we're going to ask these fundamental questions. What is life? Who are you? Where are you going? What is the purpose of you being in existence? Let's ask ourselves these deeper questions. We're all scared of losing our life, but what life are we scared of losing? We're scared of losing this physical life. But is that really you? Is your flesh and bones the real you? Is your identity card, your birth certificate, your passport the real you? Or is this a perceived reality? Because the real you is actually in infinite conscious energy. That's the real you. You are the Alpha and the Omega. Consciousness descended into this physical realm and take form of your body for it to express itself in this physical reality. That is the real you. The real you is the consciousness, the one that is take form of your physical body. That's the real you. So really, there is no death, ladies and gentlemen. Death is the death of the physical avatar, because these bodies are just an avatar. Consciousness needs this body to experience this physical dimension. There are so many realities in life, but you know what? What you are is a consciousness. You are the one. And there is no separation between the one, because it is the one that is experiencing life in every different shape or form. Okay, I might be Zimbabwean, you might be English, you might be Indian, you might be Chinese, you might be American, but we are all avatars of only one consciousness, which is experiencing life in this reality. So, ladies and gentlemen, these are deep philosophical questions. These are deep spiritual questions that possibly, you never asked yourself. But sometimes it takes one catastrophic, cataclysmic event for us to understand and to ask ourselves what's going on. Yes, we are living in unprecedented times, things that we've never noticed in our life. But sometimes we need to go through really hard times for us to understand, for us to have answers to the bigger questions, because possibly none of us have ever asked bigger questions. None of us have ever asked ourselves, like, where are we going with life? What is the purpose of life? What am I here for? And most of us, we've been, like I said, we've been living in this maya, in this illusion of capitalism, consumerism. We've always thought it's all about you, how further you're going to go with the career, how much money you're going to get into your bank account, how much wealth you're going to accumulate over the lifetime of your life, how much you're going to have, how much, what kind of car you're going to have, what kind of a house you're going to have. All of these things, we have prioritized these for quite a long time. But ladies and gentlemen, we probably have forgotten, we've developed an amnesia of and totally forgot that it is empathy, sympathy, compassion, unconditional love that should be at the forefront of our reality. Money, which is could be money, the banks create money out of thin air. Currency is just a paper money. We have all agreed that this is a legal tender. Money can be produced digitally because these are just numbers and numbers, computerized numbers. But what is money? Money should have value. And the only thing that has got value, ladies and gentlemen, in this reality is your soul. That's the only thing that has got value. How worthy is your soul? And the value or the worthiness of your soul is dependent on the understanding of reality, understanding of things like empathy, sympathy, unconditional love. This is what makes a soul rich. Okay? It's got nothing to do with how much legal tender or you have, or digital figures, numbers and figures that you have in your bank account. Because this is capitalism system. This is consumerism. This is an artificial reality. So I know that we are faced with a pandemic, and my sympathy goes out to every single person who has lost their lives, because when we lose a life, I lose myself as well, because we are one. Like I said, when somebody loses their life, I'm losing too. There is no separation between me and you, me and him, and me and her, or me and them. That we are all one, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, I had to share this metaphysical knowledge to all of you guys, okay? Because I know that we are living and we are facing a horrible, cataclysmic, catastrophic, pandemic event right now, which is gonna claim, already claimed, and which is gonna claim a lot of life, innocent lives too. But at the same time, it's going to make us remove the veil of ignorance. It's going to make us wake up from the deep sleep we've been through and understand the nature of reality. Let's get back to the old ways. Let's put empathy, sympathy, unconditional love at the forefront of all of our actions. Let's understand that your actions going to have repercussions it's going to have consequences to the next person. Let's understand that what you do is going to have an effect to other people. So what does that mean? That means love thy neighbor as yourself. Do unto others the same thing you wish to be done unto you. Always think about other people. Do not think just about yourself. Nature works in a mysterious way. Sometimes it takes one catastrophic, cataclysmic event for us to understand the workings of nature. Like I said, nature, in the seasonal trajectory of nature, there's always a pattern. After summer is always autumn. After autumn is always winter. After winter is always spring. It will never change. It's always be like this. Everything is cyclic. Everything is young. Everything grows. Everything is old. Everything dies. And always everything gets back to young. It's a never-ending cyclical event. But ladies and gentlemen, sometimes it has to come to this situation for us to understand the nature of reality. A lot of people are petrified, and which is understandable. A lot of people are scared It's totally understandable because that is human nature. But we need to transcend from human nature to spiritual nature. Let's understand who we are. We are not flesh and bones. This flesh and bones, this clothes that I'm wearing, my name, Brother Mason, that's not me. That is the presumed reality. That's the presumed identity. There is no name in spirituality. There is no identity in spirituality. And consciousness took the form of this body for it to experience this reality. But that's not me. I am the divine spirit, the one that was, the one that is, the one that will ever be, the only one, and same as you, same as him, same as her, same as them. We are just one consciousness experiencing different kind of reality. Sometimes we need to go through this situation, ladies and gentlemen, for us to understand the nature of reality. Yes, like I said, we are living in unprecedented times. Yes, I know that a lot of people are having sleepless nights. A lot of people are getting stressed. There's going to be a lot of mental health illness. There's going to be a lot of people going to be suffering from anxiety, depression, and all of that. But sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, it takes a deluge, it takes a flood for us to go back to our old ways, go back to our ancestral ways, go back to the ways of the antiquity, go back to the secret teachings of all ages. That is, we are one, and that is, you are a divine spirit. And sympathy, love, empathy, unconditional love is what's more important than accumulation of wealth and materialism and capitalism. We need to go back to the philosophy of a community in Africa. I mean, I'm Zimbabwean. I'm Zimbabwean. In Africa, we've got something called the Ubuntu philosophy, Ubuntu. And the Ubuntu is simply based on the idea, the central idea of a community being one, and one as a community. It takes one person to be a community. It takes a community to be a person. This is where we need to go back to, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it's a catastrophic event. Lots of people are dying. Yes, coronavirus is real. COVID-19 is real. Lots of people are getting claimed. Their lives are getting claimed. Lots of people are, their lives are at risk. Totally understand that. But at the same time, this virus is actually making us, it's a blessing in its own unique, strange way. It's a blessing in disguise because we are going back. It makes us think and ask ourselves deeper philosophical questions that we probably have never asked ourselves in all of our lifetime. But sometimes it takes a tragedy for you to ask bigger questions. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a special message. This is what I say to you. This is not going to take away the heroism of all the nurses, the doctors, everybody who works in health and social care. It's not going to take away all of their effort, all of their love, all of their craftsmen or craftswomanship. No, it's not going to take away none of that. Like I said, I applaud every single person who works in the NHS. Yesterday, every single person were clapping for every person. But that clapping is nothing compared to your unconditional love that you've done, putting yourself at risk, taking the bullet really, because you could contract that coronavirus and you could die before the person that you're serving. But you do not care about that because know why? Because you've got love, sympathy, and empathy. You are our hero. We are looking up to you, nurses, doctors, and every single person who works in health and social care. So this is where we need to go back to, ladies and gentlemen. I know that it's pretty hard to take. It's a tough pill to swallow. But the nature of reality is this. Sometimes it takes a tragedy to open our eyes. We need to go back to our old ways, understand what we are here for. Who are we? Where are we going? as a person and as a community. What are we here for? Is it all about you, or is it all about your community? Is it all about accumulation of wealth, or is it all about empathy, sympathy? Is it all about evolution? Let humankind be evolving. How is humankind be evolving if you're going to be selfish? Ladies and gentlemen, these are big questions. But like I said, thank you very, very much. And thank you to all the nurses and doctors. Thank you to every single person working in health and social care. I just want to say big up to you. God bless you. And thank you so much. All right. It's Brother Mason. And you look after yourself. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.